Hey, this is Matthew. I'm just gonna make this video because I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have, um, you know, they just don't have realistic goals, and also there's a lot of things I wish people would have told me while I was growing up or while I was in school, because it's like there's a lot of opportunities out there, and what I say is life's all about not only what you make it, but also the opportunities you take and how bad you want it. And I'm gonna start off by saying that let's be realistic. That quote where it's like, you can do anything that you can put your mind to. Work hard, work smart, not hard. Because yeah, you can probably do anything you want, put your mind to, but at the same time, take a realistic look at it. I can say you can do things that you put your mind to, because yeah, I could probably be a rocket scientist. I probably can. Probably like that 0.01% chance that I could do that by now, having no background with that, and also how many years of school it takes, etc. Yeah, I could probably do it. But let's be real, my chances are very slim with that. So let's just start by, being realistic. I'm a model. I also am in the military. I was born with features that are standard for models for the most part. I'm 5'11", high cheekbones, etc. So yeah, there's a good chance I could be a model. I could be a successful model. I'm not saying that it will happen, but I'm managed already, and I'm working towards that. Anyways, there's a couple topics that I like to go on. In high school, there's a lot of opportunity. I wish that, like I said, I wish my parents would have told me stuff like this. Parents tell you good advice, but it's more so everybody has a limited perception on life. So I might see things in one way, you might see things in another way. There is a complete picture, and how people say, see the bigger picture. Well, sometimes that's hard because we all have a limited field of vision. So the reason why I'm putting this video together is because let's add my perspective to your perspective, and maybe every perspective that you had, and you can make your own big picture. And in that way, you can get ahead in life really fast. In high school, there's a lot of opportunities. A lot of people, parents tell you, oh, do this, do that. Like for instance, do cheerleading because you can put it on your resume because it shows leadership ability. Right now, the job market is hard. There's people out there with master's degrees, and you can put cheerleading on your resume, and that won't fucking do anything for you. And there's a reason why. It's all this information that your parents give you. Yes, they want the best for you, but a lot of it is limited to the decade that was in. So I'm just giving you this perspective as a 21-year-old, growing up in the 90s and multiple places, etc. In high school, I started off, not very sociable. I used to spend money on video games. I was overweight. I did that type of stuff. I loved video games, and I started actually being more sociable, etc. By the time I was 11th grade. It was pretty late for me. But it's really interesting how after you graduate high school that you see, how the bigger picture plays out. A lot of the people that you thought were weird, etc., they end up being music producers, celebrities, etc. And those people that were popular doing this and shit, they're usually working at McDonald's or doing a normal job. I'm not saying working at McDonald's is a bad thing, but I'm saying look at your comparisons. I did band, but I ended up not doing anything with band, As soon as I got out of high school, I worked for the government. I was making $14.59 an hour starting off, and that was my very first job. And I was 17 when I graduated. I'm saying you could do that. You could do bigger things. It's all about how you play, how you do things in life. It's all about what you do. And like I said, I'm putting this together because it's a lot of stuff I wish I heard. And, you could take that and you could either use it or, like I said, you can look at it, whatever. But there's a lot of opportunities in high school. For instance, I wish I would have took automotive classes. There's people that took automotive classes in high school instead of taking those BS electives that don't go towards anything, and that you don't plan on actually using in life. Automotive, that's you're gonna need that whether you like it or not, unless you're gonna plan on living in New York and taking a public system, etc. I live in Atlanta, so car is a necessary part of life. Most auto shops cost, like, I think it's at least $60 an hour. And yeah, I'm not saying they make $60 an hour, but they split some of that to the shop. And also the person that's working on your car also gets paid that. But that's flat rate, meaning that whether your job takes 10 minutes or 30 minutes, they're still going to charge you that $60 because it's within the first hour. And then every hour after that is another $60. I wish I would have took automotive classes because I found out later in life that I like cars. I like modding cars. I like doing all that stuff. And I wish I could do the work on it by myself. And that would save me a shitload of money. And it's also something I'm interested in. I'm not saying I want to do it as a job, but shit, if I was in high school, I would have learned that type of stuff. I could be working on my cars and still doing, the careers and all this other stuff I want to do. I'm just going to say, make the best of high school. It's not that serious, but at the same time, it is serious. A lot of people that you meet in life, they can later on be connects to something that you want to do. While you're sitting at home, and during the summer, doing all this and that, running around, maybe not running around, because I know sure as hell I didn't have a fucking car, and I didn't have anybody that had a car. So a lot of the times, 9th, 10th, 11th, I was sitting at the house doing nothing. Like, seriously, like, nothing important. And if I would have known that I wanted to go to the Army or, wanted to do modeling, shit, I should have been working out. I probably would have my ideal body. Could have probably started modeling at 17, and who knows where I could be then. But I'm just going to say, if you have a hobby or something that you really like doing, keep that in mind. I would say work on that while you have all the extra time, while you have no real responsibilities, and, just do that. Also concentrate on what's important, do your grades and stuff. But in the end, it's still going to be about what you want to do in life, because you could be a fucking lawyer because your parents told you to do this and that, but it's not their life, it's your life. So if you hate it and you're doing it, that's you. But you could be working on, doing everything just in case. You could have plan A and plan B. And so that's what I'm telling you to do. I'm just saying, take the good with the bad. Take all the good advice that you get, because some people have a lot of negative advice, but I would say there's always something that you can take out of all of that. Because even if somebody has just a total negative outlook on life, you can still say, well, I could end up like that person if I do that. So all I'm saying is maximize your time. You only live once. So all this stuff about, hey, don't be an artist because that's not a stable job. Take the good with the bad. Okay, that's not a stable job, so I should probably be working on my grades and stuff like that just in case that my being an artist doesn't work. But at the same time, you should be working at that. You can prove your parents wrong. You can, from start of 9th grade, be working on stuff, perfecting your artist skills, looking at YouTube videos, getting your techniques down, getting information, getting hookups, maybe even getting yourself out there. So by the time, 4 years go by, that's usually how long it takes to build a career. You could build a career by the time you're a freaking senior in high school. You could be known out there. You could go to a well-known art school, and next thing you know, you're doing big things. So this video is just pretty much about, maximizing your time. I wish I would have learned this, and I'm going to make some other videos about, just different topics. Of course, from my viewpoints of being a 21-year-old and growing up. I was raised in Hawaii, and I grew up in Atlanta. But, I'm just going to give you some quick tips, whatever, that you can, like I said, you can use, maybe tell your friends, whatever. It's just stuff that I wish I was told. Anyways, this is Matthew. I'm going to make another video.